How's everyone doing? It says I am live, so we'll give it just a second. Let me know if y'all can see and hear me, all that good stuff. And hopefully the comments can catch up. I just decided to go ahead and kick this thing off. Let's get it started. I'm not worried about 3 or 4 minutes. Doesn't matter to me. All right, y'all all see and hear me? Hello, guy comment. Pistol Pete, Ranger, Mike Kai, Kathleen. I was saying hi, and Ranger 10 was actually, he came in way early this afternoon and said hi, and I think he gave a thumbs up, and then the comment goes away. So if y'all leave if you go on the video or go to the chat early and leave a comment, YouTube deletes the comments. I can't even see them. So I don't know where the hell they go, but I saw Ranger and I went to say something and his comment went away and I didn't delete it. So I think as it gets closer to the chat, maybe they'll let you leave comments, but not until then. So I don't know. But all right, hear and see me. Hey, God's Wrath, how are you doing? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I've got some questions and comments. Hello, John Jeffries. I got some questions and we'll comment on them. I want y'all, if y'all have any questions, please leave them. But one of the questions that I actually had down, and Pistol Pete brought it up, is, you know, I was going to ask y'all, what YouTube channels do you not watch or you just kind of can't stand or that bother you? I'm not saying that I hate them, but, you know, because of course I have the, you know, I have the right not to watch them or to unsubscribe from them, but I want to see if there's any channels that y'all just really can't deal with. And, you know, y'all can leave them in the comments section. Hopefully the comments are going fast. And hopefully I'm not buffering or delayed or anything like that. I'm using actually the Wi-Fi off my phone because, or the hotspot, because it seems to be better than the hotel. Hopefully it will be. We'll see. Matter of fact, let's check the phone just real quick. I'm going to check the comments to see if they are on point. Oops, sorry about that. No, actually, it's going way faster. Oh, there it goes. Let's see here. Scooch has been making prepper videos lately. Demolition Ranch. Hello, Fina. Yankee Marshall is not my fave. That 1776 guy's hard to take. You know, I'll just name some, and I'm not hating on anyone. So, I mean, I just don't watch them anymore. I kind of lost interest in them and don't really keep up with them. Demo Ranch, I can kind of take him or leave him. I'm not saying he's bad. He's not. He makes, you know, good videos. A lot of people like him, but just, you know, blowing up stuff and stuff like that. I mean, it's cool, but it kind of gets old after a period of time. Hello, Uncle Dan. How are you, buddy? Yeah. So that's, you know, that's it. Like I said, I don't have any hatred towards him. He's a fellow Texan, so definitely don't want to hate on that. Hickok 45, you know, when I first, before I even got into making videos, way back when, 1,000 years ago, I used to watch Hickok 45 videos. I thought he was, you know, good. He was entertaining and things like that. And then he turned into a rolling billboard for Bud's Gun Shop in the NRA. So I fell off that bandwagon. I don't even think I've watched a video of his in shit probably 3 or 4 years. Such, you know, don't have anything against the guy, you know, but he's like Republic and all this other stuff. But he'll shill anything, and he always gives everything 2 thumbs up. So that kind of gets on my nerves. Plus, Pistol Pete said that he just put out a video of what guns that you would get or use after the gun ban. I mean, who the hell does that? Who pushes a gun ban, or who, you know, says, oh, I'm just going to give up my guns for a gun ban? Why didn't he say, you know, however he says, you know, the Republic or whatever his little statement is, you know, I would be fighting for my guns. I wouldn't just give them up and then go to something else. I mean, screw that. So that's just piss poor right there. What's up, Keenan? How are you, man? I missed some Will and Weld Arm, colostomy bag. Hello. I don't like watching gun QVC, Iraq 8888, any light video. Yankee Marshall. I like small gun channels. Yeah, I mean, I just try to keep it real, and I have nothing against people who do great cinematography, or however you say it. Hey, I'm a Texan. You got to give me a break. I can't talk. But cinematography, I believe that's the word I'm looking for. Where it's like really well done and stuff. That's all cool. But I just keep mine real. I don't edit a bunch of stuff out because I could show you every great shot that I do, but I won't show you the bad if I do all this editing. So I just show you everything, the good and the bad. So that is what it is. Uh, let's see here. What's up, Lynx? How are you, buddy? If y'all want a great bag, rifle bag, pistol bag, Lynx Defense is your man. He has got some awesome products. I love them. Been using them for years. Yes, Keith Gregory, I agree with that. I did like Iraq Veteran 8888 when Barry was there. It was very entertaining when they were in the gun shop and all of that stuff. But once they got out on their own and stuff, it just turned into like a big infomercial. I'm just not, I don't even think I've watched him in probably 3 years. And like I said, I'm not hating on anyone. Everybody has their own thing, and understand a lot of these gun channels are businesses, so they're all for capitalism and, want to go out and get their piece. So that's all fine and dandy with me. But, I just look at it rather than hating on them and leaving a bunch of crappy comments. And actually, I've gotten banned from some channels before, and not for blasting bad comments. It was just comments that I wanted to have a conversation. Like they said, oh, this is really great and things like that. And I had that exact product and it was a piece of shit. And I was like, why are you saying this is great when, I mean, not just myself, but other reviewers have said it's garbage. Are they paying you to say that it's great or what? And I got banned. They deleted my comment and blocked me and all this other stuff. So I don't, I think it's happened on 3 different channels. And I don't go out to incite anyone or piss anybody off. But if it's complete bullshit, I'll call somebody out. What's up, Fina? Let's see here. BigJohnson Guns and Gear. Want to see things that help the average gun person. Yeah, that's, God's wrath. That's kind of what I like to do. I mean, I'm not a tactical guy. I'm not a ex-military guy. I'm not law enforcement. I'm just an average guy who carries a gun every single day to defend myself and my family and friends and, even innocent bystanders if it came down to it. But I'm just a normal guy. And I kind of like just, doing and showing the way that I would carry it or the products that I personally like. I don't, do like infomercials. I do recommend products that I really like, such as Lynx Defense, Lock Grips, Harry's Holsters. I've been with those guys forever, but I was buying their products and getting their products, way before I ever, started working with them, and they knew that. So, it was just a joint, kind of deal that we did. But and the discount codes help you guys out. It actually helps the channel out a little bit. So, like I said, I've had so many people reach out to me. Hey, why don't you recommend, or we'll send you a product and you can recommend it and da-da-da-da-da. And, we'll set up an affiliate link immediately and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I haven't even tested your shit. I haven't even looked at your shit. And you're wanting to give me an affiliate link. So if you're doing that with me, you're doing it with everybody. Matter of fact, I've got a really, really big company that I'm actually set up with, but I haven't gotten anything. I haven't asked for anything. They've said they would send me stuff, but I haven't. And there's a ton of people. Y'all all know the people that use them, and I haven't really found anything. And I'm not saying they make bad stuff, because they make great stuff, but it's just not stuff that I would personally use yet. And I've used some of their stuff in the past, but I like it. But there's better quality stuff. So I just haven't taken them up on their offer, and I've been set up with them for probably about 6 or 8 months. I'm not going to say who they are, but it's a huge company, and they do a lot of stuff with people, put it that way. RuPaul's channel. Sorry, I'm catching up on the comments. KS is just busy working, so I mean, let's see. Yeah, and Dennis, just so you know, on the Lynx bag or rifle bags or anything, when he puts them up for pre-order, I would go ahead and order them. And you can use my code if you want. It's BigJohnson, capital B, capital J. It'll save you 5%. But if you wait till they're in stock, sometimes he's already gotten pre-orders for them. So if he sets it up and allows it for pre-orders, I would go ahead and get on that list. I've even had to pre-order bags before. So he runs certain volumes at certain times, and he could have 15 people waiting on that bag for pre-orders, and he'll make 15 or 20 of them, and they're all gone. His bags are great quality, American made, small business, and I haven't found one problem with them yet. And I've got Dracos. I did a bag video a long time ago where I showed some of the other shit that I have, and I've got ripped zippers on that China crap, because I don't just use my stuff like a normal guy. I carry rifles with me on the road. I carry PDWs. I carry stuff like that with me when I travel. Now this time I don't have one with me this week. I didn't bring one this week, but I've got plenty of other things, just not a PDW. But great products. So hey, West Coast Chicano, thank you so much. I appreciate it. In his last video, I used Tiny Clip. Gave you credit. Tiny Clip. I don't remember what a Tiny Clip is. I'll check it out though. Hell, I have so much stuff. Sorry, I'm just writing stuff down. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll check that out, man. I appreciate that. Hello, Vborg. How are you? Hey, Daniel, God is my judge. How are you doing, buddy? Hello, Anthony. Just trying to catch up, but golly, boy, these things are flying by. I'm sorry. Wiley, he's asking, did I give it any more thought to sharing what jobs everyone does? I put that video out, and I had a crap load of comments. Everybody was wanting to know what I did and stuff like that, and like I said, it's kind of a thing that with all the stuff that's going on right now, I still don't know if I'm going to share it or not. I might, but for right now, I'm still kind of thinking about it, because in my industry, I deal with people that are gun friendly, anti-gun friendly, left and right. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I haven't blown it off, so don't think about that. Music wants to see more buff men with gun channels and no shirts. That's funny. I probably would have done that when I was like in my 20s and 30s, but now, I probably just make a bunch of people mad. Let's see here. Yeah, I appreciate that. I just try to, keep it real and kind of keep it to real world stuff. And also, here's the thing that I was talking about with that other company. I try to only deal with products that I will personally use. Now, I've had a bunch of companies reach out to me, like a clothing company, a tactical gear company, believe it or not, a boot company, because I wear a lot of cowboy boots, but they do like more military or work boots, which is cool. But I don't want to say, hey, check these out, because it's not anything that I would personally use. I'm just interested in stuff that I will personally use. I don't want to turn into just a goofball channel for the bandits. Okay, let's see here. Is there other channels that I don't really watch? Yankee Marshall, I can't really deal with him. He's a drama queen. He tries to stir up a bunch of shit with people, and I don't have time for that kind of crap. And also, I'm not really that's not my, well, put it this way, I'm more classy than to just call a bunch of people out and say, oh my God, this guy hurt my feelings and did this. Just don't watch them. Just don't watch them. That's it. So, yeah, Uncle Dan is a good guy. Matter of fact, I'm hoping that I will get to actually physically visit with him tomorrow. We're going to try to meet up, or I'm going to try. I've still got to check my schedule for in the morning, but I'm going to try to meet up with him so I can visit with him tomorrow. Let's see here. All right, with ammo shortages and new gun owners, thoughts on people not shooting new guns, afraid of wasting ammo? Wiley, I definitely am seeing that. I have ammo, but going out and doing like a gun review and things like that and wasting like 300 rounds of ammo just to see if a gun works. Now if it's a defensive gun, that's a whole different thing. If it's a gun that I am planning on carrying, that is going to be one of my carry guns, I will put the rounds through it. But just to go out and say, hey, this gun works great. Now I'm just going to tell you this, and this is my honest opinion. I've been shooting a bunch of guns. I've shot tons and tons and tons of guns. Not every gun in the world, of course, and I'm just an average guy, but I can put about, 1 or 2 mags through a gun, and I can tell you if I like it. I can actually dry fire a gun. I can work the safety if it's, a 1911, 2011. I can work those things even in dry fire and tell you if I like it. I can check the grip, the angle, the presentation. I can do a lot of things like that during dry fire and tell you kind of what I think about it. And then, of course, put a couple of mags through it, and then I can tell you how it fires, how the recoil is, how the impulse is. Is it hitting point of aim, point of impact? I can tell you that kind of stuff. It doesn't take 500 rounds to tell you that. But if it's a gun that I was going to depend on my life with, then yes, I would put the rounds through it. So that's just my opinion. People are going to vary. Let's see here if there's another question. I think there was one that popped up here. I've never handled an FN before. IBG, I really like FN. I've been an FN fan way back. I mean, you can, way before my channel even existed, I was shooting FNs and owning FNs. I really like them. They're pretty much battle proven. I mean, I've had the USP 45, gosh, what is it? FN 509, which I still have, or I have the FN 509. I have the FN S9. I had the FNS 9L. I have the FN 45 Tactical. I really, really like FN. Their triggers, their stock triggers, they feel kind of crappy when you're pulling them in the gun shop. However, when you're shooting them, they are better. And then when you put an Apex, if Apex has them available, the Apex triggers make them much better. And I will say this, I shot the new FNLS, and that one has the new factory FN trigger, which is their flat face trigger. It has their new trigger in it. It's not an Apex trigger, so they're making their own trigger now. And shooting that compared to my 509 with the Apex, I still prefer the Apex trigger. It's not as much, kind of gushiness at the first part, or creep, I guess if that's what you want to call it. But I think the Apex has a little bit better wall. Also, the reset is better on it. So that's just my opinion. Like I said, it's it's whichever guns people like. There's a ton of products out there. Pistol Pete, I actually really do like Sage Dynamics, and I don't know if you've watched any of his recent videos, but he's not doing the 500 burn down anymore because of gun or ammo shortage right now. He's lessened it a little bit, but he's still doing drop testing and stuff like that. I think he's entertaining. I think he is very knowledgeable, and honestly, if ammo wasn't a problem and time wasn't a problem, I really would like to take one of his classes. So I think he seems like a really good guy. I don't know him personally, but I do enjoy his videos. Not every single one of them, but I do like his videos. Let's see here. Man, these things are flying by. I had a new gun owner reach out and say they aren't shooting since they don't want to use ammo. And I can understand that. And matter of fact, I was just talking to Harry about that today, Harry's Holsters. We were chatting a little bit today. And here's the thing. Now, I'm not a new shooter. I understand if you're a new shooter, it's great to get trigger time. With your, you want to see how your recoil is. You want to see how your trigger management is. You want to see if you're throwing at low left or, wherever, especially if you're a dot shooter. You want to, kind of see where everything's going. However, if you got the basics, dry fire can really help you a lot, especially if you're shooting a dot. Because when you're looking at your dot and you're just simply pulling the trigger, the dot will move. It'll show you, like, if you're looking at an iron sight gun, your iron sights, you've got that leeway between your rears, when you're matching them up like this, or I'm trying to do it, when you're doing it like this, when you pull the trigger, it can move a little bit, but you can still see some air. On a dot, when you pull the trigger, if you have a really bad pull, that thing can look like a laser if you're really having a bad trigger pull. So the dot can give you a lot of feedback. And, just like the Mantis X, I really like the Mantis X a lot because it can show you, if you're slapping the trigger, if you're dipping it, it can show you different things like that. So, I'm a big fan of the Mantis X, especially with dry fire and being short on ammo. Some people are short on ammo or don't want to waste it. But I think with doing a lot of dry fire and then maybe going to the range and even shooting 50 rounds through your main gun or one that you're going to carry all the time, that's not a bad thing. If you could only go shoot 50 rounds or even 100 rounds, if you've got it. But to say I'm never shooting again, that's, I'm not going to stop shooting. And then also, shooting 22. If you've got a lot of 22 can get you trigger time. And if you've got a lot of 22, it's a lot cheaper than 9mm right now. It's hard to find, but if you've stocked up, like I said, way back when, to buy it and buy it and buy it, and when it was just laying on the shelves with dust stuck on it, buy it then, and you would have a pretty good stock. And you didn't have to go thousands and thousands of rounds. You could go buy 50 and 100 here and there and build up a stockpile. But, and airsoft, Uncle Dan and I were talking about this the other day too, even doing airsoft or BBs or something, just to get a weighted gun in your hand, that can give you some, practice too, or just practice coming out of the holster and then drawing. All right, let me catch back up here. BigJohnson, do you think that CZ and Glocks can be in the same room at the same time, or does that create problems? No, actually, Glocks have their place. And I've said this before, if stuff was truly going down, like if I had to take a gun, it would probably be a Glock because of the magazine interchangeability, and once, I don't have stock Glocks, but I've got nice triggers on them, nice sights, dots. I've got them molded to my hands better. things like that. I mean, they're not a bad gun. They're really not. It's just when they're stock, the stock sights stink. I don't like them at all. The stock trigger sucks to me. I'm not beating anybody up that likes that. If you change those two things, they're still shootable, but I can't shoot a 19. It's just too damn small. The grip is just way too small for me. That's why I really do like the 19X. And I've got a 17L, and I actually like the 19X better than the 17L because it has that little tab in the front, which I can put my pinky on. Even on my 17L, which is the 17 round grip, it's too small for my hands. My hand hangs off on the mag, even on a 17 round grip. So it's just too small. I mean, for me, if I had to shoot it, yeah, I could. The trigger is not easy to swap. Matter of fact, I talked about it on a chat or a video I did. I have really nice punches, and I'm very technical. So I actually tried to punch those out with my punches, and two of them were snap-on punches, and the other one, I can't remember what the punch was. I broke the two snap-on punches, actually broke them, and the third punch, it was starting to bend, so it was about to break. So I actually took it to a gunsmith that I know, and he has little specialty teeny tiny punches, and he was able to get it out. So he put the triggers in my FN 509 and my FN S9. But yeah, I know people who have done them. I think Harry changed his. I think 1776 changed his personally, but I just know they are a little different. So they're not super easy. Not like the M&Ps and it's really just the pins getting them out of the factory FN. That's what's difficult. All right. I know I'm liking staccato. Yeah, IBG, I'm really liking mine too a lot. FN pistols are overpriced. That's what Paul's saying. They are expensive. I think they could come down on their pricing for sure. They do make a battle-proven gun. But if you look at the features that you're getting on it, and I will say this, and you can double check me, I'm not making this up. All of FN barrels are cold hammer forged, which some aren't, some other makers, and they're also precision barrels. So you're getting a polished feed ramp from the factory, you're getting a precision barrel. If you look at the barrels, they're actually thinner on the profile. That's because they're precision barrels, and I'm not making this up. You can look it up and double check me. You're getting ambidextrous features, which you weren't on other guns. And I don't know if y'all know this, but I like the 19X so much. However, Glock didn't invent that. FN had it first. They had the FNS. It was so underrated, a lot of people weren't aware of it. They also have front slide serrations. They've had front slide serrations forever. And everybody was like, oh, that's dumb. You don't need that on a gun. Now everybody has front slide serrations. They had the textured, grips, which were much more aggressive than other guns. I mean, and if you look at the slide rails, they blow Glock, they blow Smith & Wesson, they blow everybody away. Those lugs are huge. I mean, and they are replaceable. So you're really getting a lot, if you really break them down and look at them, you're getting a lot of quality in that gun. They're not just fly-by-night company. They make good stuff. Let me catch back up here. Yeah, Big Al saying his FNX 45 is outstanding with the Hollow Sun Green RMR. The FNX 45 is a fabulous gun. I really like mine. Plus, it's one of the highest capacity 45s out there. So if you're wanting a 45 and you're wanting high capacity, there's not much. I don't even know if there's anything that beats it, because you can even get a +5 extension for your FNX 45. This is this chat's brought by Topo Chico. Let's see here. All right. Now I want to do this. It might seem kind of weird. Let me get this off here. Kodo Boy 32 is a really good friend of mine. super nice guy. Y'all all know him. If you follow me, I'm sure you know him. His brother passed away. So I just kind of want to do this. It's something I thought about, and I want to do it. And it's not for fame and glory or anything, but I think it's deserved because his brother is a veteran. He did pass away. Kind of want to have a moment of silence. Might seem weird to some, but he fought for our country, and I respect Coda Boy and his brother for doing that. So let's just take a couple of seconds and wish people well. And if you've had that, I've lost military family personally myself. It's not fun, but just wanted to give him a shout out. Let him know that we're thinking about him. If you don't subscribe to him, or if you're not aware of it, please go over and tell him your thoughts. But that's a big deal to lose a brother, and especially a veteran brother. But just wanted to kind of give a little moment, little shout out, just to let people be aware that we lose veterans every day, and that's a bad thing. So just wanted to let that be said. So yes, and Screaming Skull Saloon is correct. There is a GoFundMe for his brother. So go to Coda Boy's video. I think he put it out today. Might have been yesterday. I can't remember. I'm sorry. It's been so busy. But there is a GoFundMe on there. Go over and check it out. Give if you can. They were having some financial situations. So please go over and give if you can. Help out Coda Boy's brother and their family, or his brother's family. So yeah, it's a bad thing to lose a brother and a veteran. So they do a lot for us. So if we can help, please do. All right, good job. I donated to Coda Boy 32 GoFundMe for his brother. That's awesome, West Coast. I know he appreciates it. I appreciate it too. Yes, definitely lift a glass. We'll all take a drink. I don't have any. I already drank the alcohol, but I will take a drink for that. Hello, Red October. Another Texas brother on here, but let's get into some things. The ammo is getting scarce. Y'all all know that. It's not a fun thing to talk about, but it's definitely getting scarce out there. Some places you might check, and I hit some on the way down. I was talking to Uncle Dan on my way down to Houston, and I was like, hey, because sometimes I'll hit some academies, and they might get a truck, but they might not, things like that. And Uncle Dan was like, hey, you can try this academy. So I was like, hey, okay, that's a good idea. So I went by, and they said, yeah, we're actually unloading a truck right now. And I put a picture. He said it'll probably be out in about an hour. I stood there for about 15 minutes, and they brought the ammo out. So I was able to get 3 boxes there of 9mm, and it was about $15 a box. So it wasn't bad at all compared to what people are paying now. It was a 3-box limit, so I got my limit, and I left. But it can still be found. But they were telling me they've got people that are lining up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. They don't open till 9, and some people are probably buyers and shooters. Some people are probably resellers. That's just the way it is right now, and it sucks. I hate that. But that's what we're having to deal with right now. Remington, since they went through the sale, I don't know if they're making ammo right this moment. But it just sucks. So I totally get it from people out there that didn't have any stock at all, and now they're struggling. That just really sucks. But that's what we're dealing with right now. Hopefully it won't last too damn long, but I have a feeling it's going to go for probably half of this year at least, if not longer. So if you can find it and it's reasonably priced, if you're able to stock up on some. But just walking in the door and finding it, I just happened to luck out. But that's not places I go to, they're empty. I mean, it's $45 for 9mm full metal jacket. It's just insane, and I'm not paying that. So I don't think y'all should either. And I have a feeling that even when this does settle down, we're not going to get the $10 a box anymore. I just don't think that's going to be realistic. I think we're going to probably be around the $15 to $19 a box. I think that's maybe where it might settle at. But all the good times are, the cheap ammo days are probably over. Uh, yeah, it's either sky high or it's gone, just like Ranger 10 said. Yeah, it's crazy out there, and I've seen people arguing over ammo and fighting over it. Almost, it's just getting crazy. Yeah, and that's a lot of people are cutting back on ammo, and that's another thing that I was thinking about, and Uncle Dan and I were talking about it too. Is with the USPSA shooting and tactical classes and all of the range classes that people try to put on and things like that. I have a feeling a lot of that's going to be cut way back, because if you're just shooting USPSA for fun, which it is fun, but you're not winning money and you're not, you're just sending a bunch of lead down range and punching holes in paper. I have a feeling a lot of those people are going to be cutting back to try to save that ammo that they have. If something went crazy, they would have that ammo. So I think USPSA is going to be slowing down. I mean, you're still going to have people there that maybe have a lot of primers if they're reloaders, or that really stocked up on ammo. But myself, I haven't shot in quite a while any competition matches, strictly for that reason. I enjoyed going and shooting, and they were fun, but I'm just not going to do it right now, because I do want to, save my ammo. So you're going to have that. You're going to have classes probably slowing down. I don't know if they're going to go to airsoft, or it's going to be more force on force, or what. Or if they're going to be doing it with paintballs, paintball guns or CO2 guns. I don't know what it's going to come to, but, it is what it is. So that's, I think everybody in that business is going to be kind of taking a hit right now, because I don't see it just, staying like it has been. So let's see here. Yeah, and Gunbroker, Keith Gregory saying it, Gunbroker, I have a feeling people, maybe even these people that are going to Academy, they're going to Academy, and these people might not be shooters. But they're going to Academy and buying up what they can buy and taking their wife and their son-in-law and their sister-in-law and their grandmother and everybody, so a whole family's going in there, and each one of them are buying 3 boxes. They might be throwing it up on Gunbroker or whatever. Matter of fact, when I was in Academy, a guy was telling me there that there was a guy set up in their parking lot, at the end of their parking lot, in a pickup truck, and had his tailgate down and had his camper shell up and had a big sign that said ammo for sale. In Academy parking lot, he was selling ammo. I mean, that's ballsy, but he was out there doing that, and I was like, damn, some crazy guy could come by and hold him up and say, give me all your ammo. So that might not be the greatest thing in the world to be sitting out there doing that. What's up, Bald and Curious? How you doing, buddy? Yes, I did. Let's see here. Fuzzfork's bringing this up. Did you guys catch the guns and gear thing about background checks for shooting ranges? I did hear about that. I heard that they were thinking about, in some states, making you do a background check to go shoot at a gun range. I was like, that's crazy. I mean, that's insane. But like I said, I think it's really going to get crazy. But as far as giving up your guns, and saying, oh, well, I'll start shooting this gun or whatever because I can't have a, assault type rifle, whatever their stupid terminology they use, their made up terminology. Because AR does not stand for assault rifle. It stands for armor light rifle. But anyway, if you're just going to, here, take my guns, you're a freaking nut. You need to stand up for your, you need to grow some balls and say that ain't going to happen. Matter of fact, in Texas, our governor and other states are doing it too, hoping, or he put a bill in to become a 2A sanctuary state. So therefore, we're not going to listen to what the regular government does. We're going to have our own laws. Like, they will not come and take our guns in the state of Texas. I think Louisiana, Florida, some other states, Utah, I can't remember all the states that are involved, but that's smart. I mean, they want sanctuary cities like in California and all this other crap. Screw that. We want to keep our rights. And they're just going to keep chipping them and chipping them and chipping them. All right, Uncle Dan, take care, man. I'll holler at you later. Hey, Dave Gass, how are you, man? Buzzfork, you are exactly right. All gun control is unconstitutional. I don't care if you want to defend your life with a 12 gauge, a freaking, saw, tank, whatever it is, you should have the right to do so. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier, Dave. Yeah, the BB gun CO2. I mean, they're pretty cool. One of my best friends, his son actually does airsoft, and he's really good at it. And he's won like all these little airsoft trophies and stuff, which is cool. He's actually got a tricked out 2011 airsoft. It's got like the racker. It's got all kinds of tricked out stuff. It's kind of like an open gun, and that trigger's awesome, and it shoots super fast. And he practices with it all the time. He's got a little holster, and he draws and dry fires with it, and does all kinds of stuff with it. So yeah, I mean, anything to get, to get some trigger time and stuff like that. I mean, that's all good. All right, let's see here. Also, I will keep saying this. Don't forget mags. Everybody tries to get ammo. They try to get guns. They try to get all of this other stuff, but everybody forgets about mags. So if you need pistol mags, extra pistol mags, because mag failure will shut your gun down, and that's usually the first thing to fail on a pistol or a rifle is a mag. So make sure you are loaded on mags. If you need mags, you can check out the Mag Shack. They've got good prices, but just make sure they've got it in stock. But anything you need mags for and you don't think you have enough, grab some mags. Good time to buy mags. Yep. Grab those mags. Yeah, Kathleen, they're not clips. That's what you put in your hair or on paper. They're mags, magazines. Sam, BigJohnson, what is the best pistol red dot for durability and viewport size? For durability, now my favorite, I'll just tell you this, my favorite large window is the SRO. However, if you drop it, you beat it up, you put it through the gauntlet and stuff and do some crazy stuff with it, you're probably going to break the shell housing. However, JagerWorks makes a steel shroud that goes over it. I think it's called the Boss. It actually goes over the SRO and it's supposed to, take a beating. I don't know that. I haven't tried it. But that's my favorite large window. Now, as far as durability, you can't beat the RMR. We all know that. I'm just not a fan of it because the window is actually really small. But my favorite is probably the HoloSun 507C. I've got 10 of them or 11 of them now. And I have a couple of the new versions. I think it's the X2 or something like that, just because it has the tray on the side for the battery. The old ones, you have to take them off and put the battery on the bottom like the RMR. But I haven't had one problem with them. I even have one, or actually like 3 or 4 right now. Now, they're not my everyday carry ones, but I have 3 or 4 now that are over 2 years old. And I've shot them and messed with them. And I haven't replaced the battery on them on purpose, just to see how long they'll last. Because it's got the auto shut off, the shake awake. You've got the 3 reticle options. And on the 507, it has the rounded top. So that gives you a little more window size over the RMR where it's actually kind of hooked in. Because the RMR is really a small window. So when you go up to present it, sometimes you can miss it. And on the 507, when I put it up, I rarely miss it. So that's just my opinion. I've played around with these things for a year and a half now. I mean, religiously. Matter of fact, I haven't even really carried an iron gun in over a year and a half. I've only carried dots, and because I'm very comfortable with them now. It took me about probably 3 months die hard shooting them to really get adjusted to them, and I will never go back to just a plain iron gun. That's just my opinion. So I will I'll leave it at that. I think the 507, I know that it's not made in America. I try to buy all American made products if I can. So the Hollow Sun is made in China. However, as far as the durability, I've banged mine. I've slammed it on the table. I've done some things like that, and I haven't damaged any of them. So, but my 2 cents, I think for the price, the 507C is really, really hard to beat. So. Well, that's Pistol Pete. That's kind of the bad thing. When I get involved in stuff and I know that I'm going to dots, I wanted to dot a bunch of guns and mill a bunch of guns because I enjoy shooting different platforms. You know, I shoot double action, single action. I shoot striker fire. I shoot single action only. So, you know, I definitely want to go and get what I can. Let's see here. God's Wrath. I actually used to have one. They because of the demand on the mags right now, it's not available right now, but they still have great prices. I mean, like if you shop the Mag Shack and other places, usually the Mag Shack is still cheaper than other places. So, but yeah, right now during this grab, I don't have one. And if I did, I'd share it with you. Let's see here. Catch back up. Sorry about that. Yes, and I think the 509T is a great dot. It does have the heavy-duty titanium housing, so I think it's a fabulous dot. The only thing that, again, the 509T is flat across the top, and that 7 gives you just a little bit more window, just a little bit. But the 509T is a very nice dot. And no, I have not tried the new Hollow Sun 507 ACSS. I have not tried that with the big ring, and I've seen it. I just haven't tried it. They might be sending me one, so. I just had to replace the battery in my 507 after 2 years. The small dot stopped showing up. There you go. Yeah, I mean, man, the battery on them just freaking lasts. And one thing about those, and this is me, I don't like the auto adjust because if you're at the range and you have a light above your head, or if it's dark above your head, and then you have the light out in the range, it can actually kind of pulse in and out. Like the dot can get brighter and then dimmer, brighter and dimmer while you're shooting. And I was like, it happened to me on video. I have a video somewhere where it's doing it, and I'm like, what the hell is this thing doing? And it was on manual, or it was on automatic, and it was going back and forth because it was having contrast with the light. Like when I was under here, it would do that, and then when I would hold it out farther in the light, it would pick that up. So I was kept looking at it going, what the hell? And that's what it was. So I do run all of mine on manual. I turn the auto mode off, and if I'm going like into you know, a movie, or if I'm going somewhere where it's darker, you know, I can just click it up a couple of times if I need to. The buttons, they are very small, but I carry appendix, so I can just look straight down through the dot, and I'll just click it a couple of times or dim it down, whatever I need to do. So that's just kind of what I do. Or hell, if I got out of the truck, you know, I could just pull the damn gun out, you know, and adjust it if I absolutely had to. Hey, what's up, Applied Performance? Yeah, if y'all need some really good shooting or techniques or tips, this is your guy, Applied Performance. He can get you squared away really quick. So good guys, got some great videos. I definitely enjoy watching him. So he is one of the channels I try to always catch. He's always giving little tidbits and giving them to you for free. So, and if you need like a breakdown of your shooting, he can actually do that one-on-one with you. And so good guy. Surprised he really deserves more subscribers than he has. So all right. Yeah, are any of us really here? Yeah, it has gotten a little crazy. All right. Oh, also I wanted to ask all of y'all. I'm a huge 12 gauge fan. But I am looking for a side saddle for my 12 gauge, or maybe for a couple of my 12 gauges. And I've played around with some, those little cheap, junky plastic ones. But I'm trying to decide, and if y'all have used them, please let me know. The high end, there's some brands out there like GG&G, or what is it, GG and something, GG&G makes one. There's Aries, there's some other high end ones. Or do you prefer the little Velcro side saddle, where you can put your shells in the little envelope thing and you stick it on there? What do you prefer, or what do you like on your shotguns? Big proponent of having extra ammo on your shotgun. Mine holds 8+1, or one of them holds 8+1. Then I've got two other ones that hold 15. So, but they're semi-automatic. But all right, we've got. Let's see here, because I want to start shooting my shotguns a lot more too. Let's see here. Where did it go? Here it is. All right, Mesa Tactical. Okay, I'll write that down and check it out. Because here's my thought. And, because of course in Texas it's hot. If you've got your shotgun, you're carrying it in a bag and things like that, it's probably going to get even hotter in a truck. And, you've got that Velcro, and even if you use 3M, you've got that adhesive glue on there. And, I don't want to be shooting it and the thing just slide off or just fall off because the glue let loose. That's why I was thinking of like the heavy duty aluminum ones, but I'm not a little guy either. And I don't really want that, I don't want it to get in the way. I want to make sure I can get the shells out of it when I need to. I don't want them sticky. I don't want them, hanging up in there. I want something that's really, really clean, and just works super easy. So if you've got one and you personally use it and you like it and it's awesome, I'm talking about mainly for my Mossberg 590A1. That's the one I'm talking about and wanting to use it. So, kind of let me know. Where did it go? No, hey man, it wasn't trying to kiss your ass or anything. I just think you have good stuff out there, and I think people need to check you out. So, yeah, hell, when you come to Texas, maybe we can hook up and buy you some drinks or something, or go to dinner. What about socks? Okay, S-Tac shotgun card. I'm writing these down, so S-Tac shotgun card. Yeah, I just want something that's, I can't remember the name of the brand, but it was one that you screw the pins out and they gave you a little replaceable pin, and it was like this plastic thing that went on the side, and then you put this other deal over the top of it, and it was just kind of cheesy. I didn't really like it. I mean, personally, it just seemed real flimsy. All right, Aradis, okay. I'll check that out. All right, let's see here. Okay, another thing. Anybody that is a content creator on YouTube, and I'm just telling you this, I already went over and signed up for Odyssey and signed up. It took like 5 minutes to sign up. It's super easy. They take all of your videos from YouTube, they put them over onto the Odyssey platform, and that's through library, so they are not affiliated with Google. They are gun friendly. I read their whole thing. They used to be with Google way back when, but they're not any longer. And so all of my videos are also over on Odyssey right now. Because if YouTube has this crazy purge, or if they start kicking off channels, or this crap gets more and more and more, we're not going to be able to find anybody. So I would recommend uploading to Rumble, Odyssey, something, just so for one, you have your content out there. If you want it. And the reason, I don't know if I've ever told you all this, but the reason that I do YouTube is if I ever crash and burn or something happens, my grandkids, if I ever have, whenever I have them, they can go back and look at the videos and stuff like that. That's my main reason for doing it. And also helping people. But kind of if YouTube or these other places are around, there's a place where somebody could go back and watch some of your videos. So that's kind of why I decided to do it way back when. But yeah, so I'm on Odyssey. And then, yes, Bald is saying this. And I will tell you, hey, okay, Keenan, I'll check you out over there. Yes, it took me to get set up. I got my account set up in 5 minutes, but to transfer everything over, it honestly took about probably 4 or 5 days. And then you have to go in and you have to accept your account. So it'll give you this little thing. It'll say, go in and accept your account. You accept it, and then you'll be able to go on and look at it. So Bald, you might have to check it and accept it. If you haven't accepted it, it won't finalize it. So you might have to do that. But anyway, it's just, it's just something that you can, check out. But I have a feeling with all this crazy crap that's going on now I could be, a 12-year-old boy putting on makeup, and that would be okay on YouTube. But, guns and all this other stuff, they're just, they're just having a reason to come after us. So that's just my recommendation. If you don't want to, you don't want to. I'm never going to be on Instagram again. I've had a lot of people send messages through YouTube and say, hey, come back to Instagram. We miss you. And, all that other stuff. I'm not going back to Instagram with all the crap that, all those terms where they have control of your camera and your, contacts and all that other crap. Screw them. I'm not giving them crap. I've never had a Facebook account in my life. And I went over to Instagram because a lot of people were telling me I need to get an Instagram account. So I decided to do it. But that's one of the best things that I ever did was get off Instagram. I miss everyone over on Instagram. I'm not saying that. I just don't, I was shadow banned. They sent me something one time that said you're blocked out for 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever it was. I didn't even do anything wrong. And I'm just tired of all that bullshit. So. Don't need it. Yeah, well, they will eventually. Just not. They haven't yet. So it takes a week for Odyssey. Yeah, Floridian, just, hit me up. Now, like I said, you can hit me up on YouTube or Instagram and just let me know. And yeah, we could do that. That'd be cool. Yeah, I had a ton of content, and for when they put it over there on Odyssey, at first I was only getting 50 videos, I think, and now I think they're all over there. But I haven't gone back and looked at every single thing, so I don't know. Neil, that's funny. Neil said that MySpace is down. Crap. What's funny is I never had a MySpace account ever. I never did that. Ranger 10. All right. Now, this is a great question. My favorite shotgun, and I'll just tell you the brand. Now, I like Benelli. I really do. But my personal favorite shotguns are Mossbergs. I have the 590A1. No, I'll take that back. I have Wingmasters also, but they're more classic type. And I've got a Browning. What is it? The Sweet 16 or the 16? I can't remember. But it's a pretty gun. It's all gold, and it's one I've never even shown, and I never will because it's like a crazy price shotgun. It's a bird gun. My favorite are Mossberg as far as tactical, and I'm not a tactical guy, but as far as a home defense type tactical, it's a 590A1. It's got the heavy barrel, and also I've got really, really big hands. They're double XLs. So on the Remingtons, you got that little push button safety, and I've had an 870, but you got that little push button safety down at the bottom. I don't like that because my hands are so damn big. So I like the Mossberg with the top safety. So that's why I use Mossberg. I've got the 590A1. I've got two of the, they're 3-gun type shotguns. They're both set up the same with +9 Nordic tubes on them. And they are Mossberg. I can't remember the number on them though. Anyway, I've got two of them set up exactly the same. They're all tricked out and stuff. But Mossberg is my favorite brand. Benelli is super, super nice. I really love Benelli, but to have multiple shotguns, and usually if you have a really good shotgun, you're not going to need multiple shotguns, but I'm kind of the not just have one guy. For guns I really like, I usually have a couple of them. So that I'm just a Mossberg fan. Some people might say they don't like them, but personally, I've never had any issues with mine. But that's just me. Yes, we're all on an Odyssey. Yeah, and the Maverick 88 is a great shotgun. Matter of fact, I still have a Maverick 88. I don't know where the hell it is. It's in one of the safes, but I have a Maverick 88 from God, like 1,000 years ago. It looks like shit. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever cleaned it, and it probably has thousands of rounds through it. I've never cleaned it. It never goes bad. But as far as heavy duty, it would work and probably work fine. But I just prefer the 590A1 with the heavy barrel because you can shoot 3-inch magnums. And I love to shoot 3-inch magnums every once in a while. People think I'm crazy, but I definitely enjoy shooting them. So I like a heavier barrel personally, but there is nothing wrong with the Maverick 88. It's a great shotgun. And man, I remember when you could buy those things for like $200. I do not. I do not have any experience with the Winchester 1500 XTR. The only ones I've shot is I've shot Benelli's, Mossberg's, Remingtons. I have shot Browning. I shot, what the hell was the name of that shotgun? It was a $22,000 shotgun. $22,000. Custom built. I can't remember the name of it. It's custom fitted. It's made in England, or it was made in England. A buddy of mine went there and got custom fit for it. He bought two of them, but they're $22,000 a piece, and I cannot remember the name of them. But it's freaking crazy. Mossberg 20 gauge. If I was going to spend the money on a pistol, probably be a Shadow. Have a Benelli Nova. Yep, I'm familiar with the Benelli Nova. Yeah, it's just, it's just my hands. I had Remington 870. I sold it to a friend of mine. I had two of them. It's just that little tiny push button safety. I did not get along with it. It's like every time I would go to push it with my hand, I could pop it right in the damn trigger guard. So I didn't mess with it. Never personally, sent one off, but I was like, damn, I'm sitting here popping the trigger. Ithaca Model 37. I've never heard of that one, Frank. But like I said, with shotguns, it's all personal preference. It's what fits you correctly, what you like. But that's what's really funny. I've been bird hunting a bunch, pheasant hunting, quail. I used to do a bunch of that back in the day. We've got family land, quite a bit of it. They raise sunflowers and cotton, and we'd go out to the sunflower fields and we would shoot pheasant. And my uncle, he has this really high dollar badass shotgun, and I'd be out there with my pump shotgun, and I'd catch them when they were coming up, not when they were way up there, because it didn't have a choke on it. But or this particular one didn't have a choke on it, and hell, I'd be popping those birds with my pump before he even got his semi-automatic ready to roll. So that that was a lot of fun. I love pheasant hunting. 20 gauge versus 12 gauge. I think they both have their place for young ladies, young people, things like that. I started with a 410 way back in the day when I was a little kid. I shot a 410 snake charmer, and then I went to a 20 gauge, and I would shoot skeet with my dad. And so I shot a 20 gauge, but I went from a 20 to a 12 really quick. Hell, I was at 12 years old, or I think it was 12 years old. I was already like 6 foot tall. I mean, I was always a big, tall kid, tall and lanky. So I went to 12 gauge pretty quick. Nothing wrong with 20, but I personally prefer 12 gauge. That's just me. Let's see here. Yeah, right now, good luck finding any shotguns. Was it one of these? Holland and Holland, Boss, Purdy, William Evans, Wesley. You know, to be honest, Floridian, I couldn't even tell you the name of it. It came in a really nice handcrafted walnut case, and it had like a red felt in there, and it had a presentation. If this helps you say the name, it had a presentation badge with my friend's name on it. It had the serial number. It had when it was. It had custom fitted, the date of the custom fit, and then the date that he picked it up or it was ready. And I mean, this presentation on this thing was unbelievable. So I don't know if that helps you with the name, but I personally can't remember the name. Skeet is fun. I'll tell you what kicked my ass. I used to really love shooting skeet. Matter of fact, I shot some skeet about a month ago with a buddy of mine. We were hand tossing. We had the thrower, and I didn't bring my shotgun, but he brought his, and he brought a box of clays, and we were out shooting. If you saw my video where I was at that outdoor personal range, that's where we were shooting the shotgun, and he had his Benelli, and it wasn't even my shotgun, and I went 4 for 5 pretty quick, and he went 1 for 5, but we were chunking them way the hell up there, and I sent him some where it was kind of at an angle, but it was fun. Or maybe he went 2 for 5. I can't remember, but it was a lot of fun. But trap is what kicks my ass. I've been trap shooting a couple of times, and man, I was not used to that. These were just flying, and I was like, holy shit, that thing went cruising by. So it took me a while to get into the groove, and then I was leading them. But man, it's like, when they would come out, I would have to be like 6 feet ahead of them because they were so damn fast. So it was pretty crazy. I pistol Pete pull. Yeah. It is a lot of fun. I enjoy shooting it, but I haven't shot skeet in forever. Or except that day we just shot those 5. But I shot trap. I want to say that was 4 years ago, and it was in. I think it was in Florida. Yeah, it was in Florida. Yeah, these were, they got the high-tech ones that come out of towers. There used to be one near us that came out of the towers, and now some of them come out of the ground in front of you or over on the sides. But it is a lot of fun. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 8:04. Let's see here if there's anything I missed real quick. But please go over and let Coda Boy know that you're sorry for his loss. I know that he would definitely appreciate it. I will check these Mesa Tactical and STEC shotgun card and the Aerodis. I'll check those out. I appreciate y'all's recommendations because I do want to get a side saddle. I just want to get the right one. And please hit that thumbs up. I definitely appreciate it. I know there was like 4 or 5 dislikes before when I put it up, but there was like 4 or 5 of them, and that's going to happen. I got some haters, it is what it is. But definitely appreciate the thumbs up, the likes, the shares, all that good stuff. But I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all make this all worthwhile. I'm glad that we can do this. We'll get some grandkids. Trust me, those grandkids, I don't care if it's a girl or a boy, they will be shooters. We will make sure and instill that in them. But and also all this crap about banning guns and all that, don't give up your guns. Screw that shit. We need to set an example and just not fold like lawn chairs. But anyway, I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a good one. And I've got some reviews coming up. I'll get those out. I'm also going to start carrying a new gun, and I've got some stuff I'm going to be testing for it. So I will let y'all know how it goes. And the new gun is going to be carried. So I'll probably start doing that next week, and we'll see how it goes. So as far as comfort, holsters, all that good stuff. So appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a great evening, and be safe and carry on, everyone. Take care.